Solana seems to be on an unstoppable move to take out its previous all-time high just shy of $300. But how much energy does it really have left in it as it approaches its all-time high? If you don't remember already, Ethereum got really close. Actually, it did poke above its all-time high, and then it got massively rejected. We've seen Bitcoin do this over and over. Does Solana really stand a chance? I'm going to share why I think it does, and it should be able to fly higher and more in this video here on Coin Bureau Trading. What's up? My name is Aaron Dishner from The Better Traders. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, like this video, and I want you to take out a notepad, something to write with, so that way you can take notes as we go through this analysis, because the charts I'm going to be sharing with you are going to help you understand my thesis and also give you some tools to know what you can be watching and how you can be tracking the crypto markets. Now, obviously, the price of Solana is doing an incredible job right now. I mean, just this week alone, from Monday all the way here to, as I'm filming right now, Friday, Solana is up 15%, which is massive. What has caused the shift for Solana to pump so much? I'm sure a lot of you are probably wondering why and what's happening, because let's be real, Solana's price action has looked really bad for quite a long time. It's just been chugging sideways. Where is this move coming from? Well, one place it's clearly coming from is over here, which is Solana dominance. Now, you guys are already familiar with Bitcoin dominance, with Ethereum dominance, stablecoin dominance. We'll get to that in a second. Solana dominance, I need you to understand, is just as useful, but it's also just as deceiving. Whereas with the price of Ethereum being closely tied to Ethereum dominance, these two, Solana dominance and Solana's price action, are very, very, very similar. We have to watch out for this. But I will tell you that there were clear signs that Solana dominance was going to increase back over here in August, late August actually. And since then, we've seen Solana dominance increase 13%. It's currently at 3.25% on the daily time frame, which is massive. Now, there have also been moments in the past where Solana dominance just shoots up and then it gets absolutely rejected at very interesting moments. And also there's really, really, really good news. Like back over here, January 18th, there was a lot of hype, a lot of excitement, shooting up 31% in a day. Of course, Solana pumped. So is there a guarantee that Solana is going to break its previous all-time high? Is it going to actually go above $300? I think it will eventually. But the main thing you have to keep in mind is the same setup as Ethereum had, Solana's having right now. We saw Solana put in highs in this range, and I'll go ahead and turn off the indicator so that way you guys can just see price action. But clearly, there is significant resistance in this range between 257 about to 272. Plus, the previous all-time high back over here in November 2021 is at $259. So with that in mind, this level is very, very significant for Solana. If we use the trending breakout indicator, which is a proprietary indicator available through the Better Traders, we can see that even this indicator, without the fibs, without even taking the previous all-time high into account, there is significant resistance here at 256, here at 260. So I am expecting Solana to shoot up above $300, but what I expect even more is for it to get rejected up here. That's a pretty significant move. And I know you guys think I'm super duper bullish. I am. But you have to understand, any chart that just moves up like this, parabolically, 18% over the last 6 days, it's insane. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that this chart is extremely overextended from the fastest moving average of this TBO indicator, this green line right here. I'm not trying to say I think that Solana should dump, nor am I shorting Solana. That's the dumbest thing to do right now. I still believe we're in a buy the dip market, but it's clear to me that there is resistance. So, what is going to be the key thing to watch out for? Well, it's actually not going to be here on Solana's dominance chart. It's going to be coming from these three charts. And I want to tell you why I believe that Solana has been pumping so crazy, causing Solana dominance to go absolutely nuts. And all of it starts really with Bitcoin dominance and then Ethereum dominance and stablecoin dominance. But before I get to that, down below this video in the description, there are a ton of fantastic links for you to check out. Coin Bureau has negotiated a ton of deals for centralized and, well, actually, these are all centralized exchanges, but KYC requiring and non-KYC requiring exchanges. If you haven't missed it, this has been an incredible week for trading. I know a lot of you are wanting to learn more about trading. That's why you're subscribed to this channel. So click on these links to support our channel, but also to take advantage of insane bonuses that are provided, whether it's from Femex, whether it's from 2bit, whether it's from CoinCatch. All these exchanges have some great offers available to you. There are even more deals at the Coin Bureau website. If you go here, or rather if you just click where it says get the hottest crypto deals right here, you'll see other things. For one, check out the Coin Bureau Club. This is the Discord server where Coin Bureau has a lot of crazy alpha that they're posting and dropping all the time. Whether it's Dan, my co-host on this channel, Guy or Nick, the main guys, the main faces that you guys all know and love from the main channels, they're posting in here and they're sharing their thoughts on the markets, they're doing coin reviews, they're doing token analysis, a lot of amazing stuff. Check that out first. There are other exchanges to check out, other services to check out, including a 10% off discount to our course at thebettertraders.com, 15 minutes to financial freedom. Okay, I want to go back to talk about why this is such an important chart. The reason why Solana dominance is pumping, in my opinion, is for two reasons. One, Bitcoin dominance, if you guys haven't already been keeping up with things, and let me go just turn all this stuff off because it's a lot easier to see with all the drawings. This has been in a free fall ever since back over here. In mid-July, we saw Bitcoin dominance fall from 64% down here to 60%, losing 6% in 6 days. That's a lot of sixes. Is it a bad sign? No, it's not like that. But the main thing you have to understand is that this is the first major drawn out oversold period for Bitcoin dominance. The last one that was similar to this was in November. This is when we had the Trump pump because of the election. So we saw Bitcoin dominance lose about 11% during this period. That means that basically people were selling their Bitcoin to buy alts, which were pumping like crazy. XRP, XLM, both of those were going absolutely parabolic during this period, which is insane. And then we see that eventually Bitcoin dominance perked up. Now, I want you to put a pin in that thought. Ethereum dominance, we know for the longest time, this has been one of the most cursed charts. Can you imagine a time where Ethereum dominance was here above 20% and it fell all the way down to 7%? Absolutely brutal. When things finally started to turn around for Ethereum dominance is when Ethereum really picked up big time. It coincided with the pump on May 8th. And so we saw a change, a transition in that period. If we look over here on May 8th, we can see Bitcoin dominance dumping in one day, 1.38%. Yes, it recovered a little bit, and then it really lost a lot. What happened during that same period was that we saw a big shift in dominance away from Bitcoin and into Ethereum. So what's happening now is Ethereum is stalling just a little bit. And during this same period that we've seen Ethereum dominance just shooting up like crazy, Solana dominance is now really picking up. The fact that it's up in one day, 3.6% is massive, or that it's going on 4% in profit is huge on the daily time frame. Now, the keys here for Solana dominance to continue ripping to higher highs is stablecoin dominance. Now, without any indicators, the main thing that you need to be concerned about right now is this chart alone. We're looking at combined stablecoin dominance. There's also the stable.c.d chart represented as a dominance percentage. So this chart is also bearish, which is great. We want to see either this chart or this chart. They're going to reflect the same thing, except this one has way more data, way more history. Both of these to dump. If we're seeing stablecoin dominance falling more and more, ideally below this level at 6%, expect things to pump even more, everything to pump. Now, we want to see stablecoin dominance continue to fall and Bitcoin dominance continue to fall as well. When both of these are falling, remember, crypto is like a big pie. So if we have the majority of our dominance in crypto now at Bitcoin, it's actually, it used to be a lot higher. So now it's at 58%. So it's something like this. So this would be Bitcoin dominance, right? Then we have Ethereum dominance, which is improved a lot. This one is what, 13%, which is crazy. These numbers, don't worry, I know it's not exactly correct. We have stablecoin dominance is at 6%. The idea here is that we want Bitcoin dominance to fall so much that this pie starts to shift more and more. So it becomes 50%, so it becomes 45%, and then it becomes 40%. Why? Because that means that as long as stablecoin dominance is dropping along with Bitcoin dominance, that pie is shifting in favor of alts, which is what we're starting to see. This is why this is such a big deal that Solana dominance is pumping. We are seeing the rotation. I made a video about this last week, and this video right now is just confirmation about what is happening. The other sign of confirmation that we can use is trend-based indicators. And the other thing that's really important here is Solana against ETH. These are two market caps, not the prices. This is the Solana market cap against the Ethereum market cap. So right now, one Solana is 0.24, or basically a quarter of Ethereum's market cap, okay? That's what this number on the right means. The main thing you need to know is that we have seen in a very similar way to Ethereum pumping like crazy. Remember the Ethereum dominance chart back on May something or other, May 8th? Now we're looking at Solana against ETH really starting to pump as early as the 27th of August. Solana's had a terrible drawdown, everything has, against Ethereum starting from April. And since April all the way here to August, everything has lost so much because Ethereum has shot up so much during that same period. It makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? We see other things doing well, but not anywhere near as well as Ethereum. So what we're seeing here with this unconventional pair is basically the next transition or the next move of wealth. You guys have seen this, I'm sure, so many times, but it's worth sharing again. If we think about the path to, and I know, bite my tongue, alt season, we know that the phase one is always in favor of Bitcoin. Then money moves to Ethereum. Guess what? We've seen this happen already with Bitcoin pumping and then Ethereum following. And now we see dominance letting us know that we're in phase three, large caps. And pretty much we're going to be moving quickly into this alt season range. Now, this is where we're going to be making a lot of money. I know I'm guilty for saying alt season when things have been moving up. And actually, we did have an incredible alt season, but it got interrupted prematurely back over here in July, but July was a really good month. August has been a little bit rough. September has been shaky, but again, we're still seeing alts doing well. If we were looking at the alt season index, I believe it's above 75. By the way, I hate that index. I never use it. I never look at it. Only when it's moving up or down is it ever useful. When it hits that level where it says it's altcoin season, it's too late. It's always too late. We've already seen so many runners outperform Bitcoin in the last 90 days. That chart is great for confirmation, but it's always going to be late. So which coins do I think are worth watching? Well, before I do this, for all of you that haven't hit the like button, this is your reminder, slam the like button. And we are so close to reaching 100,000 subscribers. The way that we grow is by you subscribing and you retweeting or sharing these videos, posting it on your socials, sharing it with friends. Help us reach that 100,000 subscriber mark. We are literally so close. And it happens because of all of you fantastic, wonderful people that are already subscribed, sharing what we're doing here with others. Okay, the two charts that I think are worth watching the most are not in the top 10. They're not even in the top 20 or top 30. But these charts have proven themselves to be very interesting plays. That would be hype and it'll be pump. Now, one of these is much more beloved than the others. I know that a lot of people have a lot of reservations against pump.fun. And you know what? Your reservations are completely founded in fact and in truth, because pump.fun has also wrecked the entire crypto industry for too many months. Pump Fun literally wrecked Solana. Do you guys remember this period back over here in February? Solana was so close here at 260 and it lost during this period because of the fallout from Pump Fun and all these meme coins. It lost 63% of its value, falling down here to as low as $100. This is also, by the way, when we were buying. So buying at $128 was the right call, even though it has not been a straight up and to the right move, for sure. But the main thing is that time heals almost all wounds. Everyone was hating on Solana so hard right here, in the same way that so many people were hating on Ethereum back here in December as it was losing. 64%, similar to Solana. I was in that camp as well. It's like, I can't believe I'm buying Ethereum, and it fell more. And I was so frustrated. But you know what? Patience pays. I closed out in profit. Actually, I still have my position open in profit. Thank you very much. So in the same way that Solana has gotten hate, just like Ethereum has, you will be surprised how quickly people will change their tune when charts that were previously hated are all of a sudden living up to their name, Pump. Now, the reason why I have hype and pump here is because, like them or hate them, you want to find coins that represent projects that have some sort of utility. And I am not discounting the utility of the OG layer 1 coins or layer 2 coins or other exchange tokens or blah, 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 blah. I think right now we're at an opportune moment to focus on successful new listings that have already proven themselves to do well. They're solving a problem for, I don't know if Pump's really solving a problem, but it's doing something. It has something to show for its worth, right? And this is not to throw shade at any other projects that I feel like aren't doing this. It's just that these two just keep coming up in my feed. I keep seeing them do well. You have to understand, the market, the charts always tell the story. The fact that Pump keeps going up higher, the fact that Pump's volume has radically shifted towards being strong bullish as it's heading up to its all-time high, that tells me that there's a lot of bullish sentiment. That also tells me that we'll probably see some sort of a pullback here at the previous all-time high before it goes up higher. But charts like Pump that have never experienced a real proper parabola in a bull market, or Hyperliquid, which is still actually a very new token, we should expect these coins to continue to do really well. But I have a caveat for you. Before you just label me as a hyper bull, I want you to understand that both of these coins also have severe downside risks in the bear market. By the way, I just want to point this out here real quick. I just to prove the point why I think we're going to see a pullback for Pump. Look right here, listing high here, Hyperliquid on KuCoin hits this level, and then it drops 28%. It goes up higher. Trust me, it has a happy ending up here, up 35%, but just don't be surprised if it happens, which I expect it will. Now, the thing that you have to understand about where we are in the market and seeing so many coins doing so well, a lot of coins are pumping, a lot of coins are looking really good. Some haven't yet pumped, but we're seeing a huge shift, right? The thing that no one is thinking about right now is that even if you want to enter a position on one of these coins, be it Solana, Hyperliquid, or Pump, if you're entering here, cool, have an exit plan. No one's thinking about the bear market. And I'm not trying to be a perma-bear in any way. I don't like bear markets, but bear markets are also an incredible time for you to build an insane portfolio as you wait for markets to bottom out. And I'm not talking about a pullback of 25% or 46%. You guys that have been in crypto for a long time, if you've been here since 2017 or even before, you know how much the market will pull back. Bitcoin has fallen anywhere between 85 to 80%. The most recent one was, I think, 78%, maybe around 80%. I expect another 75% pullback on Bitcoin when everyone else is shouting for the moon and higher and a super cycle and all this stuff. The 4-year cycle is dead. It's cool. I hope it happens. Really, I really, really do for you. It'd be amazing. But I'm not betting my life on it. No way. I'm taking profits on the way up. In the same way, I feel like it's foolish for me to ape into a position like Hyperliquid when it only has 10% more to go until its first target, where there will probably be a pullback at 63. And then it's up here. This is probably going to be the termination zone around $100. That's a really nice round number. So let's just say, for the sake of an argument, that Hyperliquid does hit its target here at $107. That's the top for this cycle. Let's just say, for the sake of an argument, that's what happens. Well, what we've seen happen in multiple bear markets, despite what people really want to believe or what they think about crypto and how high things are going to go, sure, we know that charts fall anywhere between, we'll just be generous first with 75%, although this 75% doesn't happen for anything except for Bitcoin, really. Even Ethereum fell. I'll show it. I'll prove it to you in a second. We should be expecting or prepared to see charts like Hype pump crazy amounts. Maybe it'll go even higher than $100. That's fine. I will not be surprised to see Hyperliquid fall 91% all the way down here to $10. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But here's the thing that a lot of people misinterpret when I share stuff like this. You guys think that I'm bearish when I'm actually excited, because if I see a chart that was previously beloved and it's new, there's a good chance that I could be able to buy it on an insane 90% discount. So that way I can play the same thing again. Or maybe it's going to go even higher the next time. Maybe it might not go to 90%. Maybe it might just go down here to 87%. So then it's going to be putting in a higher low. So we should be seeing a higher high. You get me? Solana, a lot of you fail to remember how brutal the last bear market was. If we measure Solana, the top to the drop, approximately, because I don't want to do it exactly, there we go, about there, top to a drop, it lost 97%. And this is Solana. This is everyone's favorite salami, right? And this is also the same Solana that SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, is saying, sell me all the Solana you can back over here. Like I'll buy I'll buy every bit of it. $1. Right? And we saw Solana shoot up from $1 all the way up here to $260. Maybe we might see Hyperliquid or Pump do something similar. 21,000% move. Things get crazy, but not so crazy that they keep going up and to the right forever. Eventually, we'll hit a market top. We will see charts lose 96, 97, 98, 99% of their value. Don't believe me still? That's okay. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum topped out at around $4,800, and this one lost 81, 82%. Now, the reason why it didn't fall that much is because Ethereum has been around for a little while. Solana, being a new token, absolutely susceptible to massive pullback. Hype, being a new token, absolutely susceptible to losing the majority of its, like, even if it goes up even higher, it doesn't really care. I mean, it doesn't faze me. It could go up to $200. Cool. It'll probably fall down all the way here. Pump is no better off. It's actually in a worse position, because even if it goes up here, losing a lot of its value. I mean, look, we have this listing low down here at some ungodly number, a tenth of a cent, a tenth of a cent. 92%. It could go up higher. I don't care. The reality is that where we are in this point in the bull market, I fully believe that we are near the end. Therefore, yes, we can make some insane explosive buys we can make some insane explosive profits, but understand that there is a massive downside risk, in my opinion. If we were to see Pump from this point shoot up, 117, 18% to reach this level, if we're thinking that it might fall down 92% from that level, then that's like an 83% drawdown. For Hype, if we did the same thing, did I just say Hype twice? I think I did. It's okay. Looking at the drawdown here for Hyperliquid, not Pump, but Hyperliquid, if we decide, oh yeah, this is going to go up to $1 million and we never sell, we're going to be round tripping our gains and then some. A lot of you are quickly going to become basically, you're going to be changing your title, crypto trader to crypto holder. Like, you're going to basically be giving up your status as a trader, because if you don't have any money to trade with, you're not a trader anymore. You're a HODLer. Your diamond hands are going to be silver encrusted and rotten and just gross and rusty by the time we finally bottom out. And you'll just be thankful that we bottomed out, but you'll still have to wait for prices to go all the way back up to just close in profit, to even hit break even. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm also not trying to be a perma bear in any way, shape, or form. I'm trying to be realistic to help some of you come back to reality as we see alts, which I do believe is happening. I do believe we're seeing money move from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Solana to lots of other things. We will see that transition of wealth and money in crypto moving to alts. I do think that things will go well for the next couple of months. But after that, we get that euphoric blow off top. Then what are you going to do? How are you going to be taking out profits? Where are you going to take out profit? How much are you going to be selling? What are you going to do with that money during the bear market? Which, again, I fully believe that we're going to be going into next year. Happy to be wrong. Super duper happy to be wrong. I would love to see no more bear markets ever. But as a realist, I struggle with the idea that this cycle is different. So I'm really curious to read your comments down below. And before you go, I want you to watch this video next. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.